of failing a little bit faster. After failing pretty much every app, we're going live horizontally, so I expect no one to connect, which is fine. Welcome to Alexiito TV. What's going on? We're going back home. Finished, we're done with work. And I am just thinking about something. I am going to enjoy my ride, no music. I can have less moment to talk. You know what? I was talking to ChatGPT, but I don't remember what I said exactly. But it was something about like your life is worth vlogging. You know, you're important enough. About creating a video about that, you know, it doesn't matter how boring you think your life is, ultimately it will be interesting to someone else, and this is kind of like your diary in a way, and to capture moments that you probably will never remember again, and 100 years from now, maybe this will still be saved somewhere, and someone can say that's my great whatever, you know. And he used to be crazy going on YouTube thinking that he was famous or whatever. Don't. Let me clarify. I am not famous at all. I think that's more than clear. So I wish. Live stream going to get pushed, I doubt it. Normally, if you go horizontal, but apparently there's supposed to be a setting in which you can have vertical at the same time, and am I gonna know? Nope, because Streamlabs never works. So. It's such a disappointing app. They say you can multi-stream, but that's not true. I pay for it. I cannot multi-stream mobile. But whatever. I'm supposed to be doing all these integrations into my live streams, and supposedly I can make money out of it. I don't know. Only if people are watching, right? Otherwise, what's the point? Okay, let's close this. And okay, let's relax. This car detects when you have a phone. We'll give you a strike. Oh shit! They painted the lines with a chalk, I feel. Just can barely see them. And right now there are no lines. Ah! There are no freaking lines. What the fuck? I had to disengage full self-driving. There are no lines. I'm just hoping for the best here. Hard. Thank God they're still like light and it's daytime. So I wanted to follow Open ChatGPT. So I'm trying to find that conversation I have with ChatGPT. Okay. Fuck, that's not right. So yes, the whole, like I had the whole title wrong. So it's every life is worth documenting, you know. So if you're thinking about, you know, creating a YouTube channel and documenting your life, believe me, every life is worth documenting. Story matters, you know. But people keep invading my freaking lane. It's not that difficult. Stay within the lines. God. Please park. Park. If you cannot drive, just park. Let others do it. Seriously. Every time I try to do something productive and connect with you guys, there's a mass hole ready for action. Anyways, almost out of danger. Woo! Like I was saying, you know, I'm not famous, so you don't need to be famous. You don't need a big following. Your life's already worth documenting. For sure, for sure. It's all about the beauty of everyday life. Even the boring parts. Because you don't know, I watch a lot of videos personally of people who are in Japan, for example. I love Japan. and I'm looking at every single detail, the decoration, the clothing they're wearing, anything that's on the street, food, the layouts of the city, for example in Tokyo. So right now, like, I'm doing this, and I'm sure someone is maybe looking at what's they can see, peek through the window, that I'm in a self-driving car, stuff like that. So you never know what people are interested in. And we can leave memories for future generations. So it's cool. It's cool. You have future family members. Another asshole invaded my lane. Beautifulness. It's about creating your story. Maybe the process of telling your story can be healing. Maybe you can connect, like I said, with someone who needs to hear what we're saying. Maybe there's like a little nugget of knowledge that can change someone's life. You never know. Ordinary life. And I just find the beauty in the ordinary life. And it can be the most beautiful kind of story. Because we're always afraid of, I'm not interested enough. Maybe to some people, but to others, maybe there's someone in, I don't know, gentrific my country. on the other side of the world, let's say. Maybe there's someone on the other side of the world who finds you interesting. Or if you think I don't have the right gear, I'm just using my phone right now. Your phone will always be your best camera. It's always with you. And right now, I'm live streaming, and I'm kind of practicing this layout, this future more professional video. Maybe this will be it. Maybe this is the video raw footage. We have to edit it because we have a few road rage instances that we need to edit out. Or talking about editing, some people think they don't know how to edit. That's a skill and that you have to learn. If you have money, you can have others edit for you, but most people who get it on social media, we're broke AF and we're trying to make it. And let me clarify. I do have a Tesla, and the reasoning behind my Tesla is it's a lower payment than what I had before. And second of all, it's saving me 60% of whatever I was spending in gas. Because my other car was a premium only. So I have to buy the expensive, and then sometimes I don't have enough money and I have to put the cheap one, and I always felt like I was ruining the car. That only happened a few times, but the thing is, we need to start anywhere. We start messy, we start like, normally I want to be clean shaven, no crazy bald dad look hairs, and we're starting a little bit messy. tips I can give you. I'm not an expert, but at least this is the person who bought a Sony camera eventually. And it's collecting dust at this point. Start with your phone. If you already have an iPhone 13 or higher, I think that's pretty much perfect. 13 or higher, perfect. So, let's say you have an iPhone 11. Upgrade to the 13. You need a 16. You need a 17 that is coming out. Pro Max, ideally. If you only have whatever phone, if you can record in 4K, good. The best. Right now, I don't have good lighting. Well, let me prove that. I have a little bit of a light, and I have a little bit of daytime left, but good mic, some lighting. It can be even a lamp. You can buy white stockings and cover or create something that to diffuse light. $1.03 for the hour. That's what I did. Okay. And if you are going to tell your story, tell it right. Tell the reasoning. Why are you making the video that moment? Like tell what you're doing. It's like today, guys, we are going to review the new chicken strips at McDonald's. So that's, you're telling a story. It's not like all of a sudden. But you don't have to announce everything either. You can just be, I just got here at McDonald's because we're trying the new blah 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 blah. And then you get into the action if you want to make it. But no one needs to tell you how to do things. Just do what you want, And then capture the action. It's like you gotta be ready to press record. That's what I mean. Eventually, I would say an action camera with a good image might be a better investment because it's small, discreet, and you can turn it on anytime than a full-blown mirrorless camera. That's my take. Like I said, if it's daytime, use the daytime light to your advantage. Okay, close to window. I'm watching, everyone is behaving erratically, so I need to pay attention. Interrupting this beautiful stream. I'm teaching, it's a teaching moment. Again. So, if you're in a quiet area, you want to have background noise interrupting if you don't have a mic at the moment. I literally got a free mic from Temu. If you order, you know how they give you these offers, like if you buy something, they give you something else. And that has been me who spent a lot of money on other mics. My go-to, it goes with me everywhere. Of course, I don't have how many today because I wasn't planning on recording. But, And the most important thing of them all is going to be consistency. So you gotta create a calendar. Write down your intention. You know how it is. Like if you don't write it down, kind of have an action plan. It's like it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So people are crazy. Like, people are like so hungry for madness on the road. It's just so insane to me. And all I want is this car to drive itself home, and I don't want to touch it. And people are like this. I don't care about that. I just want comfort. I want I don't want anything to do with the whole driving process. I just want to, you know, I create videos for you guys. So consistency. So you need a plan. You know, not just like I'm going to post every Sunday. It's more like, you know, you need create a whole calendar about your whole life. This is when I eat, this is when I work, this is when I commute, and whatever time you use to watch 10 episodes of a Netflix series, maybe you need to cut it to 5 episodes and use those other 5 hours to create, you know, and edit, and be present on social media, because you have to comment and you have to show that you use the app. Okay. So what happens when you document your life? You become more present, and that's actually really true, because I have changed some bad habits by doing what I just said, planning my life. I don't have a huge social media presence, let me clarify, but just me thinking about it and having in mind that I have to at least post one thing a day, like a short video. You're just more present. You're not just thinking about like all the things that you cannot do or you wish you had, etc. You see beauty in the mundane. That's true, because you're creating a shot of the car, how beautiful the background is, or I have a corner in my kitchen that I think it's very photogenic, and or even just having a plain wall as a background, it looks better than, you know, seeing the chaos, let's say all the mess in my house. And then, you know, people kind of reflect on you. Like I have some creators that I watch, and it's true, you know, you kind of get inspired by others, you know, by watching their journey, you know, what thing they accomplish. I remember this girl, like she had this very, like, maybe like less than 3,000 followers on her vlog channel, and she was so consistent. And last year she made over 600K, and she literally came from nothing. So, but she has been like so consistent and adamant about her journey, and to me that's inspiring, and it makes you think, oh, maybe if I would have been consistent, even if I made 10% of that, you know, that would have been life-changing for me as well. even if no one watches now, your story still matters, you know, because one day someone will be glad you captured it, you know, someone in the future. Imagine, like, just talking about myself, like, I didn't get to know most of my grandparents, and it would have been nice to have this like diary and get to see their lifestyle, how they looked, what they were doing, or even stories that you hear about. Imagine being able to presence the story, and instead of, you know, hearing about an urban legend, for example, being able to verify the story with your eyes. That would be amazing. So, you know, that's important. So, I want to say, if you have a video idea besides, you know, inspiring others to create more content, write it down in the comments below, please. That's helpful. If you subscribe, you know, you can see more of my content as soon as I post it. You can hit the bell to get notifications. Please don't forget that. So what I'm working on a series